Manila is the most beautiful and most vibrant city in our country.
Yes.
Every neighborhood has its own identity, its own history, its own community and character. From the churches and the plazas to Rizal Park and our museums, Manila is a growing and thriving city with the energy and desire to achieve its aspirations.
Oh yeah, so those are the three islands of Manileño, Horizon, Manila. No? You see the long canal going through it? Magandang umaga sa inyo lahat. Today I will review another amazing project being built right in the Manila Bay. It is unbelievable. It's probably the largest reclamation project in Manila Bay right now. It's 419 hectares. It's called Horizon Manila. So basically, this is the master plan. So it was just a short introduction to show that Manila is very diverse. And we saw the new paint on Manila City Hall with the golden clock tower. And well, basically, we're gonna go right into it right now. As you can see on the picture right now, it is very near to the Manila Bay Walk or Rojas Boulevard. So I don't know if this is gonna somehow obscure the view of Manila sunset, but let's have a look.
Horizon Manila embodies the passions and the dreams of every Manileño for a better Manila.
Yeah.
It reimagines a new city for a new era.
Okay. Wow, look at that. It's humongous. It's so huge. Look at that. Those are the three islands. So many tall buildings.
Horizon Manila is an amazing place specifically planned for every Manileño. By integrating the future of Manila with the spirit of its existing neighborhoods, we have this incredible opportunity not just to build a new city, but to revive and transform the city of Manila.
It's about building a city with a remarkable abundance of public space and nature. 5 minutes or 3 kilometers away from the heart of our metropolis. This will be one of the most important investments in the future of our country, providing up to 400,000 new jobs in the coming decades.
The president of Horizon Manila, J.R. Legaspi, remembers when his grandmother used to tell him, if you have any spare cash, any spare money, always buy land. But nowadays, as you guys know, there's not really enough land in Manila City. So what else to do? You have to create it. Siyempre naman, you create the land. From where? From the Manila Bay. So you gotta reclaim the sea and turn it into land, and then you can build buildings. Now, Horizon Manila is actually 3 islands being built very near to the Solar City. As you guys remember, I was reviewing Solar City earlier, and it's a project which is right next to Rojas Boulevard, next to the Yacht Club, the PICC, and this project, Horizon Manila, seems to be a little further out from the Solar City. So first comes Solar City and then Horizon out to the right. And there's going to be a highway which is about, I think it was 3 kilometers from Rojas Boulevard going out to Horizon Manila. They're going to have a canal, a 4-kilometer long canal in Horizon Manila. This is a project which is very different from many of the others because they're trying to create diversity. They're trying to recreate the communities of Manila. So they're gonna have 28 communities, distinct communities in Horizon Manila. And they're also gonna have different districts, but let's see what they're showing us in the video. I'm pretty sure they're gonna tell us all about this project. So let's have a look.
We design a city for people, not for cars. So what our main design concept is like, we emphasize people, like as in human. So this is what the city really needs.
The 3 islands are bisected by a canal park that acts as the center for life in Horizon and connects all 3 islands.
Right.
It recalls our roots as Tagalog people who settled along the banks of the Pasig River and acts as a green valley in the middle of the bustling city.
Wow. So you guys see here, these are the 3 islands, huh? Okay, the biggest one, that's the one which is closest to Manila City, no? And that is the highway that comes from Rojas Boulevard, Solar City, going out here to Horizon, no? And then of course the big canal going through the center, more or less, no? And there's a lot of green areas I see, and then the 28 different communities.
This 4-kilometer long canal, along with the 2 main dividing waterways, and various reservoirs will allow the city to be self-sufficient with fresh water and even allow it to help with the water scarcity problems of the city.
Okay, so like so many of the other projects, they're also thinking about being self-sufficient. So the water, they're gonna recycle it, you know, they're gonna produce their own energy and stuff like that, which is really amazing because it's sustainable, and that is what we need for the future, no?
Any master plan for Manila has to start with its people and communities. We are not designing a top-down regimented master plan with homogeneous landmarks and streetscapes. We are creating an organic collection of 28 diverse and compact mixed-use communities that reflect the identity and character of Manila.
Okay.
We believe that communities are built by providing its people with a shared experience in the form of common geography and public space. This allows them to come together and form stronger bonds with the support of social infrastructure.
Have you guys noticed that there's going to be a lot of open spaces, a lot of parks, a lot of recreational areas, like for the bikers, for the skaters, for the esports, for the sports arena. And I noticed this in basically all of the new projects which are coming out, reclaiming land from the sea, no, from Manila Bay. They all have one thing in common, and this is the open spaces. A lot of open spaces, huh?
Streetscapes and plazas.
Over the last few years, we've been working on our ideas about social architecture. We've reimagined libraries, museums, bridges, and even medical facilities for Manila.
Oh, really?
With a network of hyper-local, barrier-free spaces for our communities. At Horizon Manila, we're once more pursuing ideas to help build better communities for Manileños. We've imagined a collection of progressive, diverse, and compact communities that act like settlements strung along a winding canal.
That's the canal.
Each community has its own narrative and story with unique localities and features that allow them to thrive and grow into extraordinarily livable and human communities. For us, this is the first step to building neighborhoods that can be as distinctive as the ones we grew up in.
Well, of course, I think the communities are going to be very different because these are created, no? Unlike all communities in the city of Manila, which sprang up naturally, right, over the centuries. Now, this is created, but of course, it's still going to be your community. But I have a feeling that many big cities, you know, many really huge cities, they kind of lose touch, no? You don't have the same feeling. You're from the neighborhood, the neighborhood store is just around the corner, you know. It's not exactly the same. Yes, you might be living in that neighborhood, but there's some differences. It's probably going to be really, really nice to live there and very comfy. I've seen projects like this and cities like this popping up all over Asia. One of the best ones I've seen recently is in Vietnam, where they turned a whole area in the south of Ho Chi Minh City into a big new city area with buildings just like this, with communities like this, and it's really amazing. Although they are not reclaiming the land from the sea, no? They still have land, so no problem for them. But you can see in some part, you know, they don't have that many tall buildings. They also have a lot of smaller buildings, like houses, now where people just live. Unlike all these projects that I see here, they are mostly high risers, no, sky risers, so tall buildings. I'm really missing the smaller buildings where, you know, you can just live with your family, but I guess it would be too expensive doing that on a reclaimed area. So yeah, I guess it really has to be the tall buildings, and then if you want to live in a private house, you gotta be on the mainland, right? How do we work together?
We need so much more open space and public buildings
Fresh water
for our
canal.
Manileños. Manila is the densest city in the world, and Mega Manila is one of the fastest growing and largest urban centers in the world, with over 25.
Okay, so guys, you can see here, they're kind of making like what they call an urban valley. So tall buildings on this side, tall buildings on this side, and then the parks and the waterways in the middle, or the canal in the middle, right? So it becomes like a valley, you know? Okay, I wonder how that's gonna work with the typhoons and stuff, whether they are considering that, but I'm pretty sure they will be considering this because that's one of the features here, right?
Million people. Our plan will feature over 419
marines.
hectares of both green spaces and community amenities.
All the amenities.
These green and community ratios will form the backbone of our developmental
Vertical
guidelines.
zoo? Vertical zoo? This is going to be interesting. I wonder how they're going to do that. Vertical zoo. I'm also looking forward to seeing Manila Zoo reopening very soon, no? Malapit na. Yan, monorail.
The very
or something.
interesting part in Horizon Manila
Okay, let's see,
is
maybe.
not just the community itself, but the idea of having a better transportation hub
Okay, so
for everyone.
what are they going to do with
Horizon
the
Manila
transportation?
will feature a comprehensive
Tram
personal
stop.
mobility system with extensive 3-line sidewalks and bicycle lane
Okay,
networks that
bicycle
ensures
lanes.
that everywhere in the city is within a 5-minute walk from the mass transit system.
Okay, so that's a good idea. So they're creating mass transport systems. Now, I don't know if these are going to be public or if this is going to be part of their project. No, but they're saying wherever you live in Horizon City, you are supposed to be only 5 minutes away from public transport.
The central
Viaduct.
station acts as the
And a
main
monorail.
interchange for people coming and going from Horizon.
Wow,
Through the various connections by road and rail,
central
from the
station.
viaduct and through both the Gateway and Courtyard districts.
Looks so amazing.
The first island at
It's a
Horizon
museum.
will have an arts and culture district
Okay.
with the first world-class contemporary art museum in the Philippines. Bounded by cultural and design organizations,
High
this
Street.
will form the nucleus for one of the first communities in
Cruise
this new
terminal.
city. Over the years,
Medical
it will
center.
grow eastward along the innovation corridor and connect with the growing tech hub with its MediaTek and fabrication labs and other IT facilities by the bay. To the south of the Arts and Culture District is the Market District.
Yeah, well, what will a city in the Philippines be without the malls? So, market hall, this is going to be important. We need the malls, we need the shopping, we need all the places to eat, the restaurants, the cafes, guys, especially when you're going to have this much open space. I can envision some really amazing restaurants set in a inside-outside scenario, no? It's going to be really interesting to see how they do this.
To the south of the Arts and Culture District is the Market District,
The market district.
anchored by the open fair grounds and the Market Hall.
Theater.
While opposite the waterway on the second island will be the
Wow.
Tourist District,
The tourist
centered
district.
on a cruise terminal and entertainment and convention center.
Wow, look at that. Now, this looks almost like in Hong Kong. The convention center there looks very similar to this. Whoa, do I see a drone there delivering packages? Yes, I do. So they're going to have the cruise terminal, they're going to have the casinos, the hotels, everything is going to be there. So it's going to be like one big integrated city within a city of Manila.
Along with the twin Les Saisons skyscrapers and a boardwalk that leads to the Theater District. The second island centers on the Exchange District with its fashion walk, and the Wellness District with its medical center and the assisted living campus.
Okay, so they're gonna have an island where they're gonna have medical facilities and assisted living, which means to say hospitals. Assisted living is basically for people who are too sick or too old to take care of themselves, or they have retired, or they can live in these protected condominiums or units where there will be people to help them out. So that's actually, I think, a first for the city of Manila.
These three districts bound the Canal Park and connects the three islands.
I see and I aspire to have the future of Manila to be a very vibrant.
The new westernmost point of Manila will be Sunset Drive with its
Center.
premier residential towers looking out.
Oh, okay. So these are the residential towers. This is basically where people are gonna live, not work, huh? So they're having it a little bit separated, it seems. But this is probably gonna be great because they are right at the forefront of the islands, meaning to say they're gonna have an amazing view of the sunset over Manila Bay every single day. And don't forget, na wag kalimutan, yung pinakamagandang sunset sa buong mundo ay dito sa Manila Bay.
Into the bay. It is the terminus of the Canal Park where everyone can enjoy the Manila Bay sunset
Ayan.
with the nearby shopping district and up-down district.
Our cities must reflect the spirit of our times.
Okay.
What we can achieve for the generations to come is
Right.
marked with the courage to take the next step, to move forward with the knowledge and understanding of society, culture, and technology. The city of tomorrow is defined not by the buildings that we build, nor by the systems and technologies that will continue to evolve, It is one where human society can reap the fruits of labor and technology to live an enjoyable and progressive sustainable lifestyle.
It's really amazing how it looks, huh? I wonder if this is the actual way it's gonna look, if they have already partnered with these companies to build the buildings, or if this is just what they are hoping for. Or, well, we'll see in a few years, because it's gonna be 6 to 10 years before they are gonna be done with this, and they're gonna start working on the project in the second half of 2021.
It is a city that serves to uplift the individual diversity and human qualities of people and create stronger and more connected communities for a better Manila.
Okay.
Horizon Manila will be the cosmopolitan city of tomorrow, on the forefront of creativity and innovation.
Not even at night,
here to serve and strengthen the vitality of our people.
Ayan,
And so, I invite all of you to Horizon Manila and experience the city of Manila as a place where together we can build a better future.
Well, as Mayor Isko said, this is gonna be a place where we can build a better future. Sana, it's gonna happen very soon. They said the construction is gonna start in the second half of 2021, and it's gonna take 6 to 8 years to complete. So that is quite a few years. And I'm guessing this is only gonna be the first phase, because 6 to 8 years to build all this, I don't think that's possible. But at least it's a start. It's a start for hundreds of thousands of people living a much better and a much improved life in Manila. And I had a few comments last time asking me about the poorer people or the urban dwellers in the city of Manila. They're asking why are they not building projects for those people? But they are. Guys, they are building a lot of projects. Under Isko Moreno, there's actually several different projects coming up for the poorer people of Manila, like the condominiums. In Baseco, they're building. So there's a lot of things happening in the city of Manila, not just for the richer people, but also for the urban poor. So I hope that this video has given you some insight as to what the new city of Manila is gonna look like in a few years from now. And I will be reviewing a few other projects, because I see there's another 3 or 4 I haven't reviewed yet, and all of them look super unbelievable. It's gonna change the face of Manila completely. We're gonna look like Hong Kong, we're gonna look like, well, Singapore, of course, or Taiwan or something like this. What is important is that we also bring the people on board. Now we need people to develop as well. We need to, lift them up to not be street dwellers anymore, not to be urban poor, so everybody can live a comfortable and good life in the Philippines. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode of Trending near Andres. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to click that subscribe button and of course the bell button so you'll be notified when we have new videos for you.